Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for Broadway World. We're at 54 Below, where they are celebrating the legendary Elaine Stritch with an evening called 54 Below Sings Elaine Stritch. And I caught up with the cast before they hit the stage.
She, little did I know that Elaine would become one of the great loves of my entire life. She taught me about life. She taught me about the business and all the charming people in it. She taught me self-acceptance. She taught me how to come out to my parents.
Below, tonight must mean the world to you. Hunter, tell me what it means to you being here tonight.
It's amazing that so many people have come out to celebrate her and remember her, and I think it's just going to be wonderful. People keep saying, I'm so nervous, and I keep saying, why? These people are so in love with Elaine and so in love with, that they have this like coveted ticket to be here. So, it's just going to be like a room full of love, and I think it's amazing.
What are you singing tonight?
I'm doing like an At Liberty medley. I'm doing There Never Was a Baby Like My Baby, If Love Were All, and The Party's Over.
You were one of her dearest friends, her closest soulmate, and her confidant. Being here tonight, and just tell me what she means to you.
Oh, she taught me what love was. She taught me what love was, the capacity that a human can love another human. And that's what I learned from her, and I went, wow, this is what it is, and it's possible. And I think because of that, I learned to love other people more, and I learned to love myself, and that's what she taught me.
I remember the night you did your incredible concert here at 54 Below. One of the most amazing things was sitting next to her. She was like the only person in the room that night watching you. What that meant to you.
It was incredible. It was incredible. And I actually went back and watched a video of a little bit of the show, and there are all these, silent moments, and you can hear her going, ah, ha, 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 and that's just the price of admission for me right there.
Now you must wake up. All dreams must end. Take off your makeup. Party's over. It's all over. My friend.
We are. Big night for you directing this wonderful evening
Yeah.
for Elaine Stritch. Did you meet Stritch? Did you work with her?
Well, I met Stritch for about 2 seconds. I saw her show at the Carlisle, and I was waiting in the receiving line. My good friend Rick Miramontes had me there. I couldn't wait to meet her, and she walked by me and turned and said, Rick, I don't give a fuck who's here. I'm exhausted. And I fell in love. How do you not?
That's essence of Stritch.
Yeah, of course.
So talk about putting tonight together and what it means to you.
To me, when I heard of Elaine's passing, I just thought there has to be, I didn't think a tribute or a memorial, it has to be a celebration of who she was. And I think as a director or an artist or anything, she defines what we all want to be, which is a great storyteller. And so I wanted an evening of storytelling, stories, moments, everything that defined what Elaine Stritch was.
5 minutes to curtain before the second to last performance. I'm skipping around backstage telling all the grown-up actors, break a leg, when I slip and fall down a flight of stairs, breaking my wrist. Places! It's sharing little winks together, drinks together, kinks together, that make marriage a joy.
Just the balls and just the truth-telling. I think I've always resonated with the truth, and it's not always the easiest thing to hear, but her sort of coarse yet seductive tone, she made it easy. She made the pill easy to swallow, quite literally.
When all of a sudden Elaine comes tearing out of the dressing room. Where's the fucking kid? I've gone out there with twisted ankles, fractured ribs. Your little limp wrist won't kill you. It's not time to have that. It's I do what you do. She then proceeds to give me half a codeine. If you make it to intermission, I'll give you the other half.
So here we are. Tell me what tonight means to you, being here to celebrate Elaine.
Exactly. It's here to celebrate Elaine and to be invited and to be in this community celebrating this legend of a woman and a performer is just a privilege and an honor, and I'm in awe, and I just want to be an audience member, but I will sing one song and have a really good time, but then I just want to watch and listen and learn and respect and just be in that energy. It's so lovely to be here.
What are you singing tonight?
I'm not going to tell you.
This is for afterwards.
You don't need analyzing, it is not so surprising. Something like that. I'm doing it with my pal Jeremy Benton.
Analyzing, it is not so surprising that you feel very strange. Your heart goes pitter-patter. I know just what's the matter because I've been there once or twice.
I only met Elaine 4 or 5 times. I would say 4 that I really remember very distinctly. And the first time I was so intimidated, I just thought, oh, I don't know, and she's not going to be able to stand me, and this is really like I'm just an interruption in her day. But she was sort of, all right, yeah, I'm taking you in. And then by the last time, not the last time I saw her, but she came to see a play, not because of me, and she came backstage, and I just thought, I didn't know Elaine Stritch was sweet. I'm sort of like totally flummoxed. She's like, that's a compliment, and that's really nice, and she seems to know who I am. And I thought, that's unbelievable to me, because I knew about Elaine long before I heard about her, long before I ever heard her sing. And so by the time I did hear her, I was prepared for what I would say, like the astronauts were. By the time they went into space, you know, they had so much preconditioning. So I was preconditioned for what I would get from Elaine. And the night I saw you, her last engagement at the Carlisle, that sort of friends and family night before, and I had gone with Edward, and I just thought that was the time, even after other times I'd seen Elaine perform, I thought, she's not just a legend, she's a great artist. She is constantly creating and recreating and trying to find a way to express what's in her soul. And I think as we talked that night, I said it reminds me of Matisse doing those paper cutouts when he wasn't painting anymore. It's like I am not done. I've got stuff in me that I've got to bring out. And I thought, that is a real artist, and how many people are still exploring that? You know, not at any particular age, but really doing the work of doing it, and not coasting and not sliding and in uncomfortable territory, you know. And I just thought, God, she's really that was when I really was deeply inspired by her, because I thought that was just amazing to me.
What are you singing tonight?
An obscure little ditty. I hope to popularize it. Ladies Who Lunch.
Another reason not to move. Another vodka stinger. And a drink to that.
So tell me how excited you are to be here tonight to celebrate Elaine Stritch.
I'm so thrilled. I unfortunately never got to meet her. I didn't get to work with her, and it's sort of one of the biggest regrets currently that I have. And I'm a Broadway baby myself. I'm about to do my very first Broadway show, and I was obsessed with Elaine Stritch live at Liberty, and so I just loved hearing her stories and the way she told a story. And so I was so honored to be asked to be here tonight to, I don't know, be a piece of a moment to honor her. And yeah.
What are you doing tonight?
I'm doing Broadway Baby. So I get to open the show and start us off maybe hopefully well, and I don't know, send it up to her and give her some love from here.
What do you admire the most about her, just knowing who she is and the kind of woman she was and performer?
Her determination, it seems like it was relentless. She never gave up ever. Through any adversity that she had, she kept fighting for what she believed in, and she was old school in the best way of a performer, and she wanted to teach others who she was and give of herself no matter how hard it was, and I admired that so much, and so it means so much to be here today, tonight.
If I stick it long enough, I'ma get to strut my stuff. Working for an Iceman like a zig fielder, oh, Iceman in a great big Broadway
Oh my God, I had the opportunity to work with Elaine like 5 different times through the 90s and into, you know, and then on the Rosie O'Donnell show on top of it. So it was an absolute loving relationship. I miss her, I adore her, and this is like from love tonight. It's like we're all getting together to sort of have a moment and throw her a little respect that she completely deserves. And, you know, we love her so much. Still.
What did you admire the most about her as a woman and as a performer?
She was ferociously brave. She would do the craziest things in the moment, nothing phony, always real, always stopping herself from any kind of... She taught me the word tipping. She said, that don't give it away. You're tipping. Fabulous stuff. Great lessons. Amazing.
So as you look at everybody here tonight, what it means to you?
It's just a wonderful group of people who loved her so much. It's a pleasure to be playing piano tonight, and it's all for Elaine.
So tell me what you're wearing tonight.
Well, I'm wearing a black suit. I wanted to do black and white. It's very Elaine, and this tie reminds me of her. But I think about her so much anyway. She's with me all the time. I knew her. I had the joy of being a friend of hers for 20 years plus. I'd seen her in London when I was a student in The Gingerbread Lady, which pulverized me. She was so brilliant. Then, of course, there was Company. And then the joys of New York. We became friends. And I became one of her escorts and took her to some very glamorous evenings. And we stayed in touch right through to the end. So it's exciting. It's terrifying, doing these things with barely any time to put them together. But I think her spirit is so with us tonight. And if we can just get through it and think of her up there, then it's all going to be all right.
It's going to be wonderful. What are you doing tonight?
I'm telling a story about something that I've got a few stories about her, but I'm keeping it to one. Otherwise, we're going to be here too long. And then I'm going to sing a song that she created, written by one of my fellow countrymen, Noel Coward, in Sail Away, called Why Do the Wrong People Travel? Why, oh, why do the wrong people travel when the right people stay back home and order pizza when the right people stay back home with Downton Abbey when the right people stay back home? Won't someone tell me why the right people stay back home? Oh, why?
Elaine has a very public persona that has been amazing. And she also has brought up, a lot of people have a lot of stories about Elaine Stritch that are good and bad. All of them are true. And there's more to her even than that, which is underneath that. She's one of the most wonderful, caring, terrific people who saved my life. And I want to bring that to light while we're there. So yes, we met in Alcoholics Anonymous. And she basically, the first AA meeting I ever went to, she grabbed my face with her fingers and turned it around and said, in that glass shattering cackle, if you weren't so bright red and bloated, you wouldn't be half bad looking.
Everyone has an Elaine Stritch story. And not all of them, they're good and they're bad, and they're all probably true. And here's the thing. If you happen to have had the opportunity of hanging onto a clothesline during Hurricane Elaine, then you had the opportunity to witness the beautiful, vulnerable, loving, complicated genius who saved my life. And she was worth it. She was worth every minute of it.
Here we are. Now, you just finished your show here at 54 Below, and you're getting ready to be part of a celebration for Elaine Stritch. Tell me what tonight means to you, Christine.
Well,
Elaine. What can you say about Elaine? She's forever in our hearts, but she's kind of always around. You know, there's something eternal about that energy that she had and has, and it just, you can always know that she's watching out for you. That's the way I feel.
You spent many nights with her, having her come to see you, you seeing her spend nights at the Carlisle. What do you admire the most about her as a woman and as a performer?
She's authentic. That's what I think I admire the most about her.
And what are you doing tonight? What are you singing in the show?
I'm singing Something Good, which I also sing in my show, so hopefully I'm familiar with it.
So this is like a big night for you. How did tonight go for you downstairs? Talk about the early show.
It was good. It was really, it's a very powerful experience playing with Bette Sussman and the band and the subject matter and the stories. And my son Elijah performs with me as well, so that's very special.
So I was going to ask you, you had your son tonight, what that meant to you, part of this musical family you created.
It's just, I feel very blessed.
So somewhere in my youth or childhood, I must have done something good. Nothing comes from